Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So, getting right into this. It's February 24th. We're almost through. Boy, what an easy winter this was. When we first moved, we moved here January 28th, 2019, and the winter was brutal. It was actually, so January 28th, it was February, it was like snowing every day. It was freezing. And then March, and then April was actually snowing on Easter. I remember that, like a week after Easter, it was snow. It was insane. And then we had a nice spring and summer. And then this winter, it's like, oh my God. So we live in the Catskills. This is what's to be expected, these brutal long winters. This winter was nothing. Piece of cake. So I say this because I like doing my videos outside of my deck. All right, so and that's why this whole thing, Tabor Talk, the whole thing started because I'm out there on my porch and I'm at this table, and there you go. And it's a play on my name, Tabor Talk, play on Table Talk. Listen, I shouldn't explain. That gives away everything. Okay, getting right into this. So I love philosophy, right? So I'm not a professional philosopher. I'm kind of, just a dilettante. But I love philosophy. I read it all the time ever since I was a kid. Like my first philosophy class, 101, philosophy 101. I still remember my professor, Professor Haleparn, and I was fucking blown away. Totally fucking blown away. The stuff we talked about, the existence of God, free will and determinism, and then ethics and meta-ethics. And by the way, this was a 101. It was an introductory class. I was actually thinking of changing my major to philosophy. I didn't, but I've ever since that day. By the way, some people find the discussion, the seminars, and talking about it is fun and exciting. Like the biggest questions. Why are we here? Is there a God? What is morality? All this stuff. But the actual work is fucking hard and super boring. Like, try to read Immanuel Kant, David Hume. That shit is hard, right? And it's boring as shit. And when you write papers, it's fucking easy. A lot of people get F's in philosophy. You think like, oh, is there a God? Like, there's no wrong answer. I could just fucking write anything. So, all right, a little hard in that. So, okay. So I love philosophy and I love popular culture, right? So I'm a consumer. I love it. I'm critical of it as well. But those are my things. If you were to say, what are you into, Mike? I'm like, music, film, popular culture, philosophy. And so, okay, nice segue into what I want to talk about. Now, I just have a few of them here. Take a look at this. Bob Dylan and philosophy. The Beatles and philosophy. Star Trek and philosophy. Rush and philosophy. And by the way, I have at least a dozen more. I have like 4 books just on Star Trek. I have the Twilight Zone. Okay. So nothing excites me more than this stuff. It's just so fucking fun, right? And it's not watered down. You would think like, oh, Rush and philosophy, the Beatles and philosophy. It's like, like a real professional philosopher would say, this is boring. Or it's like I said, it's a superficial. Not true at all. The writing is fantastic. These are legit, bona fide philosophers writing essays on popular culture. Oh, by the way, I'm actually looking over here. I have a book on also popular culture on The Office, the series. So there you go. Okay, I'm almost 5 minutes, and I'm going to leave you with this. Like you say, I talked about what is philosophy. The philosophers think about the big questions, and some people have said in a critical way that they think about the big questions, all the simple questions, and they complicate it, right? And they're always asking questions, right? So here's a little story, an anecdote, okay? So there's this guy, he's actually a businessman. He's like, you fucking philosophers, you just complicate things. Why can't you just give us straightforward, simple answers? And he goes, and what the fuck is the deal with all the questions? Why do you ask? Let me phrase it again. Why do you Answer a question with a question, the philosopher says to the businessman. Why not? Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.